Welcome, YouTube, and I guess all the key holders that are checking us out today. But this is Keynote Comics. I am Brandon Griggs here with Slan. This is the place where you can discover comic books and comic book related content. Now, we're back. We've been pretty consistent as late, on Fridays now, where we're basically going to do Stash, Cash, or Pass, where we talk about the hot comics on the Hot 10 list, which is usually from CBSI, Key Collector.
Not the one that was just on screen, though.
Yes, not the ones on the screen. But, we're just going to give our thoughts on them. If there are books that have been repeated on the top 10 list, we don't discuss them. If we've already said how we feel about these books, we're not going to bring them back up. We will, go ahead and talk about like the price points and stuff like that, because that's usually a key factor as to whether or not we decide we're going to pick them up if we don't have them, or if we're going to be able to want to sell them if they happen to be in our collection. And I guess we'll start like that. Right now today we only have the cover price and the CBSI list, so be sure to check those other resources out. I guess CBSI drops their stuff usually on Fridays around noontime, so you'll be able to check this stuff out earlier before we even, go ahead and do this live stream in the evening. And then Cover Price does it on Mondays, so great sources. Check them out.
Let us know if you think we should use last week's Key Collector list. I feel like it's a little irrelevant at the point during the next week.
Right, which is usually why we're just like, nah, we're not even going to put it in there, because by then it's old news.
Right.
So give a few more minutes and let some other people see if some of the people like Joel or Universe X end up popping in, and then we'll get started. But we're going to be starting the list off with cover price, and after that we're going to basically discuss a lot of the hot news that just dropped this week. So we got that coming up at the end of the list, and then we're going to be doing an unboxing as well, so that will be a thing, which makes sense why I should probably go get something to
open it up. Talking off the mic because I was late and have to put things together right now. Yeah, I'm talking on the mic while he go gets a knife. Hopefully not to stab me. Yeah. Or self, because he looks like he dropped the blade. Not the tomb of Dracula. The actual blade. Why did he bring scissors and a blade? Honestly, right now, he's got me a little bit afraid. Like, what's he gonna do?
That is a
question.
It's a hot track you got going on there.
Oh, boy.
All right, so.
Oh, dang. Hold on.
What's going on?
We missed a book. I'm about to get the cover real quick.
Uh-oh.
Hey, it's Jake.
We were doing so
looking phenomenal. Brandon, he complimented your beard.
The beard's gotta go, man.
It's almost gene levels.
Joel would be right there with me, but Joel said his wife had told him he had to cut it. Unless it's grown back by now. We'll have to ask Joel if he ends up popping up in here. But, just let me know when, and I will.
Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, you keep.
Oh.
Yeah, you
okay.
talk.
Well.
Yeah, I'm just.
So, we're going to start off with the cover price list. And basically, this is a book that did hit the list last week, but the difference is it's just different covers. We will actually add things like that if it's the same book but different cover, different spec on it, because artists do make a big difference on whether it's an appealing book or not, and what the market's going to do with it. So we have first the Daredevil 25, so from 2020. And this is actually just the regular copy. So pretty much the whole big thing with this book was that, Elektra appeared in a new costume, and she basically was she got a new monarch. Is that what you were going to say?
Moniker.
My bad. I don't know why I said monarch. That doesn't even make any sense.
Maybe she's starting a monarchy.
But, so basically, this book is now selling for $80 raw. This is just the regular cover to my knowledge. So I saw this, and then I saw the other one that's actually on the list as well. which is actually selling for a lot cheaper price. And I honestly like the other cover. So I guess if I was to even like want this book, it would be that. I would be very careful with this kind of book, especially paying a high price around $81. It is like a nice little touch, I guess, in a Daredevil history, like historic value that way. But the thing is this going to be something that's going to last long? Most likely not. We know how things constantly go within comic book worlds where, a character gets killed off or something happens and someone takes over for a short period of time. And then next thing you know, they're back. So for me personally, paying $81 for this is not a go for me. So I would honestly have to pass on this book. And if I had it, I would cash it.
Same here. Cash. I mean, press it. Yeah, cash if I had it.
Jake said never cut the beard.
Pass for real.
Yeah. Now, going into the next one, which is literally just another cover of it. This one's going for $62, and it's going to be the same thing. I do honestly like this cover a lot more. It is nice. If it was a little bit cheaper, I'd say maybe $20. I'd be cool with it. 15, around that range. So 15 to 20 bucks. I'd consider, going for it, but it's not that big of a deal for me. So once again, it's another pass for me.
Pass. But the cover's dope. Actually, you know what? If it was under $50, I'd buy it. So if I find it and it's under $50, I'd get it. Otherwise, it's a pass.
Because, next thing you know...
Cash it if you have it, like I said.
I think the one thing with this one is that, you notice he's got, like, the Knoll logo on his, on his chest. And, what if this becomes a thing where, characters are possessed by Knoll, and now you've got like first Knoll Daredevil, but he originally appears on cover. Certain things like that you can honestly consider. It's all spec, but at the end of the day, anything is possible. All fair game. So next up, we have Naomi #1, book we've been anticipating for a good minute now. So basically, this is the variant cover, a 9.8 selling at $200. Which I still got mine. I actually got 2 copies of the variant, so I've been kind of hanging on to those. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we both have it as a stash. I already know that off the top of my head. So absolutely. It's just nice to see this book kind of come back. I know people just started, like, as soon as the heat started dying down on it, which I'm not quite sure why that was a thing, because there's so much hype built up on it, and they had so much momentum going, and they kind of just let it go. I'm gonna say this is definitely a hold, because you gotta stash it. Bendis said that she's gonna play a very big, role in this whole DC universe, and things are gonna change. I'm gonna hold him to it. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna hold him to it. So, we have the show that's coming out. That's the reason why it's spiking right now. And maybe this is kind of them trying to create a little bit more anticipation. So they've kind of brought it back up. So, we might this book honestly might continue to go. I can honestly see it hidden in the 300 or 350 range. Again, yeah. So it may have lost its touch, but the demand is there. Well,
hold on. Was the variant? The variant wasn't selling for that high, though, was it?
I think there might have been a couple sales. It wasn't a whole lot of them. Usually, it was lingering around like that 275 area.
Okay.
So I would hold on to it, but I think it would start, hitting that 350 if we, hear that, the next, round of her series is coming out, and then on top of that, you have the show. Because one of the big things we were talking about is that we don't understand how they're doing the show when there's not a whole lot of material for them to work with. So they have to have something worked out.
Right.
So we'll see where things go with that. And up next is actually the third print, which is also crazy, because this in a 9.8 is selling for $140, and we're discussing so nobody's picking up the second print. You got the first print, the variant first print, and then you got the third print first print, but we haven't seen anything really, a whole lot of momentum going on with the second print. And ultimately, one of the things that been telling people for quite some time is that you need to be paying attention to this the San Diego Con exclusive variant, which was a freebie probably a lot of copies, but at the same time, because it was a freebie and no one was really caring, the heat had already died down. No one was probably really speculating on this book to, become a hot thing, and a lot of them could get damaged. I honestly got to pick up one, and I was actually fortunate to have it be the first 9.8 to hit the CGC list, because we had it on-site graded at Baltimore Comic-Con. So a 9.8 sold this week for $300, which is the most compared. It sold higher price than the regular first print and the variant print. So just definitely keep your eye on that. I was paying attention. I've been watching on eBay, and there's a lot more momentum going. So when the book was sitting around like $25, at times you were able to kind of get it for $14 as well. And now you got people trying to charge $60 or more for it. So definitely something to look out. If you can catch it for a low price, I definitely consider that, but don't try to pay too much. The idea is to always pay as less as possible.
Right. Hold on, wait. Let's see. Will I make an appearance on stage, on camera for today? It's me, Mario. But no, yeah, of course, this is a stash for me. All of these are stashes, including the second cover. I think what they were saying is the third print was a more limited run than the second print, which is why it's probably doing a little more numbers. Yeah, but still, they all sold out. Like, that's why there was a third print, because the second print sold out. So I don't quite know the numbers and wasn't adding up and everything, but all I know is a stash.
And I guess that's an important thing to consider. I mean, if that's the kind of collector you are, for me, I have the third print. I have a raw copy. It's actually up for sale on eBay right now. It's been up there for quite some time.
Nah, you sold it to me for $23.
But not even.
What? I thought hey, Joel's in here.
What's going on, Joel?
I feel betrayed.
What?
We had a gentleman's agreement.
On what?
You said $23 and it's a deal, and I said yes.
When was this?
This was the day that we found out that Naomi had a show coming out.
I don't recall.
It was last week.
I plead the fifth.
Brandon also doesn't recall that Monica Rambeau was going to be in Captain Marvel 2.
I didn't. So. I was there. We're gonna get into that later on. I'm not even gonna start with that. But yeah. But yeah, that's interesting. I did not know that there was a lower print, but I guess it can kind of make sense because it's kind of to the point, like, how many more prints did they actually consider even going with that? And by that time, they were just ready to push on through like all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, something to consider. If you do care about that, by all means, go for it. I'd still be careful on the price, but at the same time, those, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way to 10th, who knows what book has had the most prints or whatever. Those do tend to go for a lot more money, and it can potentially go for a lot more money than the regular first print, which has actually been seen before. So play it safe on that one. It doesn't really mean anything to me. I'm cool with having my first print. That's the one I usually want to go for anyways, and that's just how it is for me.
That's just how it is.
BR said, it's a good stash. Absolutely, I agree with you.
It is. It is good stash.
So next one is actually staying into the DC universe. So this is actually Arrow number 24 from 2013, and it's the first appearance of John Diggle. And basically, it's Dave Ramsey, who's the guy that plays John Diggle in the Arrowverse, or I guess DC TV show Arrow on CW. He is going to be returning, back as his character, John Diggle, to basically be put into some other...
wild name.
To basically be put into some other CW TV shows. And when I was kind of reading this, I was kind of thinking like they're kind of taking the DC is starting to do some certain things that kind of resemble the whole MCU universe, and it kind of feels like to me they're trying to get a fresh start going with a lot of things, and John Diggle is kind of like the Coulson that's what it kind of sounded like. The way they were describing it, he kind of sounds like, he's going to be like the Coulson, and he's going to feature in like all these different things, and they're going to try and bring something together.
Didn't he allegedly get a lantern ring though?
Yes, that's another thing. That's another big key factor is, he happened to find a lantern ring at the end of an episode, and it kind of cut off. So there's a lot of speculation on that. And at the same time, we're just going to have to see how it goes. We've said before on the show that the CW books are something you have to be really careful on because they might spike, for that short period of time, and the next thing you know, they're coming down. Yeah.
But don't listen to that for Naomi. Naomi is different.
Right, but we're talking about when the show is already out, and clearly these characters, have not, necessarily spiked. So, honestly, I think with the Naomi situation is that it's a slight difference because you have such a big, director coming on board that's working on, big feature films who's like, I want this project. So you already know you have somebody with a, not to say like there's anything wrong with any of the other CW shows. This Arrow was, I loved Arrow when I first started watching it. Huh?
They're all trash.
I loved Arrow when it first came out. I did kind of fall off with it after a while. It's probably like season 4 or whatever. But, Flash was solid as well. So once again, I guess you just gotta, play it safe with this one. It's going to be, it's sitting at what? It's going for $50. It's a key event. I could rationalize paying this, but John Diggle is...
Wait, hold on. I have to ask a real question, and this is kind of a... Is the character black in the comics?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
Why is that? Why'd you ask?
Because, if he's black in the comics, I gotta get it because, collection.
I wonder if that's him there on the...
But I feel like his name is John Diggle, and he can't be.
I don't know. You honestly have to look into that. But, I feel like that's him on the left side. So, who knows? Or maybe that's him on the right side because there's definitely someone with a wife. I don't know.
I just Google it, man.
You should. Right now. Live search.
Yeah, but you should also keep talking.
I am. I'm still talking. I'm still with you guys. Jake said, I'm late on Naomi. No idea what it is about. Definitely check it out. They have a trade out, right? Or no trade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they do have a trade out. Definitely check it out. It was a solid read. Definitely looking forward to the next go round. So that'll be going on.
That's such a blower.
Atia said, "Don't name stereotypes."
I typed in John Diggle, and the only thing that pops up is Green Lantern. Come on now.
That they might want to fix that. That's a tough thing. Like when you go to search for certain things or a person or even yourself, and you're not that top thing, you might want to get on that.
Like you.
I'm in there.
You're not the top.
I'm not the top. Yeah. What is he? CNN or CNBC reporter? Like yeah, that guy.
You know what?
There's
only one of me, baby. If you have the last name Lanier, do not name your kid Shear. Okay, no, wait. Damn it! I hate these. I don't know.
Point is, this character has not been. I've definitely enjoyed him in the show, but it wasn't to the point where it stuck to me. It was like, this is a character that I really, really am into, and so I have to pass. If I happen to come across it, on the hunt, which I think I have an idea of a place where I can find it at all, if I can pick it up for $3 or something like that in the dollar bin, I'm all for it. But as far as that, I'm not, I'm gonna have to pass on it. But if I had it, I'd go ahead and stash it. It's cool.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I'm confused. The picture that I'm looking at, I have no idea what he is.
Joel said Joel said pass. And Jake says, we'll discuss when I see you guys after next week.
Woo!
Love that cover. We will see you.
All right. What's next? I'm indifferent. Cash it. Just cash it. I'm confused, so cash it.
You couldn't find a solid answer. That's very interesting.
I mean, it's
all right, so the character was created for the show, and then he was introduced in the comic book. So one would assume he's black in the show, so he's probably going to be black in the comic books. But the photo that they had is so ambiguous that I have no clue. It looks nothing like the person who plays him. It could be It could be Deadpool. It could be Daredevil. It could be any regular generic face. So for all I know. So yeah, that's why I'm very confused.
I'm gonna have to look this up later on.
Yeah, I'm confused.
All right, so moving on to this next one. If anybody in the chat happens to know, fill me in because I was kind of lost on this one. I am slightly familiar with the issue, but I didn't. It's based off of stuff that I heard back when it came out. So this is Doctor Strange 384, which came out in 2018, and I know that in this issue he combines with the Void. It's clearly shown on the cover, and honestly, I like the cover, but I have no idea why people are kind of specking on this. I believe it has to do with like Donny Cates stuff because Donny Cates is the one that worked on this issue anyways. It's currently going for $50, but I have no idea where to run with this. Jake says sick cover.
Yeah, that cover is beautiful.
So yeah, I definitely mess with the cover, but
this is why you should go to the comic book store every week because like I've bought books just for the fact that I like the cover, especially when they're cover price.
Right. No, and that's the only time I really do it, and which is why I've been like I've changed my strategy on how I collect because before I was actually taking the time to just buy covers, which I'm not upset with. I picked the covers and paid that little extra money because I really enjoyed it, like that Exile 9, and it has Valkyrie on the cover. Very beautiful artwork on that one. By Raja, and he's actually getting popping because people are finding out his work on like the Miles Morales covers and stuff like that.
Right.
And he's done like a bunch of other stuff. He had a spiking book at one point where it was like one of the X-Men. I can't think off the top of my head, but it had like Sabretooth and there's like some flames and stuff like that. But people are really getting into his work as well, and so I didn't pay a crazy amount. I think I paid like maybe $30 for it after it came out, and that book is technically selling for more than that. It's probably going for about 60 or plus raw, so I technically made money on it. But yeah, I just really like the artwork on that.
Right.
But now I just don't go out of my way to do anything like that anymore. Like it's got to be more to it when I'm paying that extra money, unless it's like I really, really want it. And that's usually not the case. But, every once in a while, there's a fire cover. Like, there's a book on here that's going to be on the list coming up from the CBSI list. I was like, immediately after I saw it, I was like, yo, this is fire. But it's out of my price range for, buying books on the aftermarket strictly for covers. So.
Strictly fire.
Straight
$10.
Flames. Hold on. So, Joel said, I have most of the Cates run for Doctor Strange, or of Doctor Strange, except that one. Which, yeah, and that's the thing. When I was looking it up, I was like, the book after this book is a key issue, and then the book before it is a key issue. So I'm just like, what's going on in between that's in this issue? So I honestly couldn't tell you. I wish I did know, but Joel said this would be a stash for him. And yeah, I mean, if it's a Cates run and if you're trying to get the case, now I would agree, straight stash it. Might as well. Great content. And on top of that, it's a fire cover. But I don't have all that stuff. Like I don't think I've ever purchased a Doctor Strange book, to my knowledge.
I started the series when it came back, and that was 2018. Yeah. So is it this series? Yeah, I think so.
yeah. This came out in 2018.
Yeah, so I got it when the run started, and I think I have the first 2 issues. I stopped reading them because I was broke.
Those things happen. The life of collecting and just reading in general. So yeah, so I guess the question is for BR. And who else do we have in here? We had somebody else. We had Southern Comic Geeks. We should have been asking you guys as well. Like, what are your thoughts on this? Like, we've been just going in on this right now. So are these is this a stash for you? Is this a cash or is this a pass? It'd be a cash if you happen to already have it,
or
if you did
steal it from some. No, I'm joking.
This guy.
Water time.
Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water for it's like a week now, 2 weeks.
Just remember, a sip will make you feel like gold.
BR says he's torn. He says, let's go with stash. So BR has a stash on it. Joel has a stash on it. Anybody else got a stash? Do we got a stash? 5 hold. I wish I could do it.
35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Can I get 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 65, 65, 65, 65, 75, 75, 75, go to west, go to west, so the lady in black.
You know, for the longest time when I was a little kid, I always thought that, like, they were actually saying real things.
They are.
I mean, they're saying real things, but they're not really. They're.
What?
I watched a thing like auctions and stuff like that, and basically the person was like, yeah, we just ramble off a bunch of stuff, like it's just, you know, I don't know, I don't know, I can't explain it, but yeah, that's what they're saying. Jake said stash, you know, because I like the guys. But do you like this book? Do you like this cover? I mean, even if you just like, you did say you like the cover, so just off of that could be a stash for you on that.
Back to what I was saying, that has nothing to do with anything. They have like awards and competitions for that.
Jake says fire cover. I actually had no idea about that. Yeah,
it's crazy.
All right.
What's next?
So this is actually the last book for the cover price list. So we're gonna be going into the CBSI list, which kind of connects into yesterday's event. If you guys weren't aware, yesterday was Disney's Investor Day for 2020, and they basically, you know, let investors know, which turned out I didn't know, and I didn't realize this was a thing, that they actually just kind of put this information out on the Disney Plus Twitter and like some other stuff. So I'm thinking this is a thing strictly for investors. I am invested in Disney, and I was checking my email, like, where's this link so I can go there, because I received a thing to do like a voting thing for Visa, and of course I had to like go to like stock resources and ask people in there and be like, hey, yo, who's got the link for the you know, the whole event and everything like that. So ended up watching that. They made a lot of announcements as far as, you know, a lot of the content that's going to be coming to the Disney Plus streaming service. They announced how big their subscriber base has gotten, and let's just put it like this, they are killing it, because they were basically expecting to hit 90 million subscribers by the end of next year. They're already at 80, what was it, like 80, it was 86.8 million. 86.
Oh, those are the things you were paying attention to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the money.
That's why the stock took off.
I was
today.
Listening to the entertainment, okay?
I was trying to figure out what's this stock about to do tomorrow, and they announced that. I was like, oh yeah, it's taking off. So they basically killed it. I see it says low key flex. Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, I'm just stating, no flex necessary.
No flex zone.
No flex zone.
You know better.
I do know better. But yeah, so they made that announcement. This book goes into this announcement. So it's basically Thor, God of Thunder #2, and we got that confirmation that Christian Bale is going to be the God Butcher. So, or should I say the full name, Gore, the God Butcher.
Yeah.
This book is, of course, now doing numbers.
Bam.
Okay, so what was a $40 to $50 book raw is now selling for $200 raw.
Shout out Christian Bale. That's my Batman. Also Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson. Michael Keaton.
You can't confirm Robert Pattinson yet.
Val Kilmer.
Oh yeah, Val Kilmer, my favorite Batman.
Adam West. George Clooney.
Oh, so all the Batman.
Kevin Conroy. No, I was just shouting them all out. I didn't say they were mine. I was just shouting them. Yeah. Will Arnett.
Jake said George Clooney. Yes, we're aware that that's your favorite Batman. Actually, matter of fact, what is everybody's favorite Batman? Because yeah,
Bats in the chat.
Bats in the chat. Oh, that's clever. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
I'm gonna just. All right, guys. It's been a real relief.
Joel said I was in my LLC Wednesday night when this came out in the door for my collection. I could have bought it right away then and didn't. And wait, why'd you pass though?
I would just like to make it perfectly clear that this is also, I guess, a good thing as to why we don't ever end up going to LCSs, because we don't ever have to feel this pain of regret and remorse. At least not recently. Of course, we've done it multiple times in the past, but yeah, we haven't been in so long that we've just never had to feel this pain.
I mean, of course that is Wednesday, and I don't know. Maybe potentially you could see if it's still there.
Nah, it's not.
It probably isn't, but
It certainly isn't.
There could be hope out here.
No, there's no hope. Why are you lying to these people?
This guy is a Debbie Downer.
I'm not even Debbie Downing. I'm being very realistic.
You might be right.
I'm right.
Jake says Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Incredible.
He's not wrong.
Welcome to the Ice Age. I
He's
can't do the
not
voice.
wrong.
I'm not going to try. Let me stop. We got issues. Oh, what's going on, man? We got issues. He was with us last week. He says, "What's up, everyone?" And
I
Joel
also
said,
have issues.
"Someone get this guy out of here."
I'm running the show.
All right, so Joel said, "I didn't know what price it was going for. Didn't ask." Oh, okay. So you weren't aware how much they were selling it for at the time. And he says, "I got the first echo from the Daredevil book. Bet that is a good one. Definitely hold. You guys already know how I feel about that. Get your what is it? New Avengers 11? Is that correct?
Yes.
I would look behind me, but it's not.
Maybe.
Is it back there?
Nah.
Oh, it is back there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
New Avengers 11. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. You guys.
It's on screen. You can see
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. All right, I didn't know that.
It's behind your head.
But yeah, so definitely get those books. I see that doing a Naomi thing because that's cooled down as well. People sold it off, and once you get to see her in action, boom, it's gonna go up again.
Also on the screen.
And then next thing you know, they're gonna be like, she's gonna get her own show, and then that's gonna keep going. So if you got it, keep it stashed. But yeah, so we didn't get any Batman announcements. I don't know anybody's favorite Batman. I'm gonna let you guys know. My favorite Batman is Terry McGinnis.
You're not wrong.
I played that really well.
So, Will Friedle.
Yes,
your
yes,
Batman.
Will Friedle, live action. I'm ready for it. We got issues said. Delato and John Boy Myers, Venom
Myers.
30. Myers, my bad. Myers, Venom 32 is fire, and Venom 32 might be a good book to grab. What's in Venom 32? I have to see the cover to see if I even like.
Golly, that Delato cover is actually fire.
Oh God, I'm not ready.
Oh, that was grossly cut. Oh,
Is this a recent? No, that's not a recent.
yeah.
It is? Oh man. I got too many things I'm trying to do. Alright guys, going into next year, I am doing less investing and I'm going to buy more books. You guys have my word. I'm saying this live, so you guys gotta hold me to this.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that. Don't believe
I am. Are you pulling it up?
No, I'm not. What's next?
Oh.
I'm waiting for you.
I gotta wait to see this. That's not fair, man. All right. So all right. Next book is Usagi Yojimbo, number 15. This is the Matthias Santoluco. I guess I'm saying that right.
Oh well, my sister sent me $2 on Cash App. You don't know what that's for, but sorry, bro. I gotta shave your beard.
What?
What?
I'll shave it off.
No. I have to shave your beard now on air. Should I send the money back?
that'd be a great incentive. So
When's the last time you were babyface?
yo, I don't even know. But Joel's Joel is. All right, so yes, this is a fire cover. This is the one I was referring to. Like as soon as I saw this, I was like, yo, I really like this cover. I don't know this artist. I'm gonna have to look at some more of their artwork to see like what they've worked on and stuff like this. But yeah, this is a fire cover. This is one of those covers that would honestly I would consider breaking my rule. I honestly don't know what the content is inside of it, but I just really like this artwork. But this book is going for $60. It's a 1-in-10 ratio variant, so chances are it's going to be hard to come by. I didn't get a date on the release on this one, so I don't know if this is something new or it's an older book, but it is currently spiking. And yeah, clearly doing numbers if it's hitting in the $60 range. And with the way this book is fire, this cover is fire, I can honestly see this book continuing to go up in price for those that are, Usagi Jumbo fans. So
yeah,
we got issue says I'm definitely buying that. You said yes. He said that cover is fire, absolutely. And then Jake says everyone knows that I run it. Look here. Clearly, everybody doesn't know because nobody else is gonna get your joke.
Hey, so I'm trying to figure out because this has to be this is an homage or something, but I can't think of it.
Oh, really?
Maybe it's not, but I think it is.
Atia said, I'm getting anime Buster Baxter vibes. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
Oh, really?
Nope.
All he just
Not
needs
a
is an
fan.
aardvark, and then you'll have the whole Arthur.
I am not a fan of this. But it does have the red.
Joel said he would
bunny
cash
eyes.
it.
I would cash it as well.
If I picked it up at a fair price, at like the ratio price or less, I would most definitely stash it.
Right.
But I can understand exactly why someone would flip it. But like I said, I think this book still has potential to grow more. So I would honestly consider holding it and seeing if it does any more.
Well, I want you to know that I don't care.
We got issue says I'll hold it long term. I completely agree with you on that. And then BR said I'd stash it. He said I'd stash. So.
Well, I feel like you guys won.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm on. Yeah. W's. You hold that L over there.
Not for sure.
Disney over here, AT&T over there.
Hey, man. At least I have the Snyder cut.
True facts. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next book, which leaves us with 3 more books. So we got 3 more books.
Whoa. What?
I accidentally put Naomi number 1 because it's on both lists. I put it on there twice, so we're not even gonna.
No, we didn't talk about the regular copy.
Oh, we didn't.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Also, there's way more than 3 books. What are you saying?
Because we're at the oh wow. Okay, I scrolled too far. My bad, guys. Yeah, there's definitely a few more, but we're getting close to the end. So, all right. So next book is Countdown Presents. This is The Search for Ray Palmer, Superwoman, Batman number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically the first appearance of Plastic Woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's going for $30. There's talks of a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
A movie.
it's a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're going all in on that.
Allegedly. Where's the Nightwing movie that they talked about?
True. But we talked about that once. Like, I don't know. It might be coming. Let's see what happens.
That's not coming. Batgirl's not coming.
They said that.
Nothing's coming.
Who you hear that from?
Nobody.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe that I heard it from nobody?
No, I don't believe that you're correct.
That
it's
might
not
not be.
It's coming. All right.
It's not.
But
So this is the first appearance of Plastic Woman, which is weird because all of the trades that when the news was announced were, hey, Plastic Man is being worked on as a movie, but also it's a woman. And we're like, all right, so if this is the first appearance of Plastic Woman,
mm-hmm.
why would they call it Plastic Man? I'm confused. I don't.
Joel said, "I'm ready to stop." Jake said, "Gotta go, guys. Love this, love the vibes, and love the background, love the beards, love everything." Peace, Jake. We'll definitely see you.
Jake.
What, next week? Yeah, next week. So, I don't know.
It's gonna be a
He
pass
says all
for me.
love. Yes, it's gonna be a pass.
Yes.
True, but what if you came across it in the wild
Mm,
for the low?
I'm never gonna do that. Why are we speaking fake? Why are you speaking falsities?
I might. I mean, I have not gone on a hunt in a good minute. I should.
Hey man, we go tomorrow.
I can't. I gotta wait until after next week. Cause I got.
I don't like this cover.
I like the
I don't
bottom
like-
half.
I don't like the countdown at the top. I don't like the search.
Oh, yeah,
for
there
Ray
definitely is a
Palmer
whole-
font.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see what you're talking about on that. But I don't know. I
Superwoman looks lit though because she looks like Nicolas Cage Superman. And,
that's is that Grayson in the middle
and that's pretty fire.
at the bottom?
I would assume so.
Yeah. I mess with the decoration look. Yeah, I guess I'd have to pass on it as well. Joel said pass.
Good.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with this.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Because if it turns out to be good and people like it, like, I think that's what would have to happen. We would have to see it presented and see how it does and the reception of it, and then, after that, determine where we'd kind of think it's gonna go. But yeah, as of right now, it is a pass for me.
What's next on the docket? As I casually mess with my hair because I see it on screen.
BR, is it a pass for you as well? Next up, Last Ronin, number 1. BR said pass as well. All right, so we're all on the same page here. Pass.
Cool. Oh my gosh, what happened?
So next book is The Last Ronin, number 1. This is the book that we have talked about before on the list, and it's already been stated it's a stash. But
Yeah.
the difference between this one is it happens to be one of those ones where same book but different cover. Well, essentially same cover but with like some minor adjustments on it. So this is the 1 per store thank you variant.
Red foil.
Yeah,
Thank you variant.
which is nice. I think the red foil is a nice little add-on detail for it. It's going for $125.
IDW loves themselves some red foil.
So foil, yeah. Because they did it.
Or indies at a whole.
Yeah. Joel said pass.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah, for the price on it, yeah. But
Big pass.
I'm just, it's interesting. Did this just come out? Because I'm just surprised, like, it didn't,
Maybe it probably came in with the second prints.
Got it. Okay.
I don't know that at all. But
I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know, but I was just surprised that this is just now popping up, and it wasn't there back when all the news and it was originally spiking. Because that's been good 4 weeks or more now.
yeah, it's been over a month.
Yeah.
Well, it's been like 6 weeks, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So it's been a while. Joel said my
No, it's been more than. Oh my gosh, it's almost 2 months.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So this is just now popping up, which is very interesting. But I mean, I guess that's good news for anybody that has any of the Last Ronin books. Clearly there is some momentum still going along with that. So that's a good look for anyone that, even if you just don't have this one. But Joel said my LCS had this for $150, which is crazy because that is more than what we just announced, which is $125. He says, yes, in this Wednesday with the second print. Okay, so yeah, so second prints came in this Wednesday. So
he's our LCS correspondent.
Let us know.
LCS correspondent Joel, take it away. And now to what's here for weather.
Live from the field. Reporting.
So this is a smooth pass for everybody. All right, let's go. What's next?
Well, BR didn't say if he was feeling it or not. He didn't say a stash, a pass, or a cash.
Is the weather a crying emoji? Crying, laughing emoji?
Raining tears.
I guess so.
Of sorrow. Dark clouds. Okay, so what? This last Ronin. Cool. You guys get to hear my we didn't have Bud here today. And I forgot what the deal was. I feel like it was something related to Spider-Man and Star Wars books.
BR says price too high, gotta pass.
All right, so we are all on the same page on that one. Yeah, so this one's a book I think we kind of mentioned last week, but this is Star Wars Legacy #1. I kind of brought it up when I was informing people about Asherad Het.
Made up name.
Yeah, but he's basically on this cover, the guy with the skull thing, but on this cover, when he turns to the dark side, he becomes Darth Krayt. And this book is spiking. I don't know if people are just specking on what's going on. There's a lot of characters that pop up in this issue, but it's mainly known for him, Darth Nihil, and then of course Cade Skywalker, which I can't imagine people, specking on this book for Cade Skywalker. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, maybe to some people it does make sense. For me, it makes no sense because I don't see Cade Skywalker being a thing that's gonna hit the live screen. Unless they are just like, yeah, we're gonna completely reboot Star Wars.
Not canon.
Yeah, exactly. But at least with Darth Krayt, you do have the association with Asherad Het, who is canon, so that does work. So I can understand this. I'm not paying $200 for it, so it is a pass for me. If I happen to come across it, which I wish I picked it up back in the past when I had the opportunity, but like I told you guys before, I was focused on the first appearance of Darth Revan, which was in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic issue 9, which we'll get to that at the end of the show as well. But yeah, it's a pass for me on this $200 price. And is this the same person? This is what I was doing last week when I couldn't remember his name, and then I remembered his name after the show. It's his initials are AH.
What?
The artist for the cover.
Why would I know? Is this a Star Wars?
This is a Star. Oh my god.
If this is a Star Wars, I know nothing, and I don't care.
He just Joel said that you just fell asleep.
I did.
Joel also says I have to pass on all Star Wars at the current pricing. Yeah, I mean I can understand that. Like I'm saying, if you can pick it up at a reasonable price, by all means go for it. I can see this being a nice long-term spec.
Nah, Star Wars, but
because they were initially supposed to use Asherad Het in the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series. It might potentially still be a thing because they did announce Obi-Wan yesterday for the event. And it says, unless I get lucky and find it in the wild. I can completely agree with that. But yeah, so pass for me, pass for you, of course. Pass for Joel. BR, are you with us? Tia, how do you feel about this cover, too? Because you haven't said anything about these covers.
She is here to support.
Oh, we got issues that's still in here too. Okay. Yeah, all right. So for this one, is this a stash, cash, or pass for you? But he says, I gotta go. Oh, he says I gotta go watch The Mandalorian with the wife. I'll catch the review. I love this channel. Thank you, man. Thanks for being with us, and we'll definitely see you next week then. Also, yes, I think you'll enjoy this issue. Episode. I don't even know why I said issue. I'm rambling at this point, but yes, definitely enjoy it. Atia says, hey, I care too. BR said, I'm with y'all on the pass. Okay, so I guess we're all passing on this. But if I can find it at a nice price, I'm definitely stashing it.
Liar.
No.
Next.
Wait, hold on. Atia said, cover lacking for me, 5 out of 10. That's a half, though.
It's trash.
All right.
I already pulled it up. DC's Very Merry Multiverse, number 1.
Okay, so this is the first appearance of Kid.
Stash.
Is this a stash for you?
Look at this cover. How jolly it is. Put it up every Christmas, right in the middle, where Fantastic 452 is.
First appearance of Kid Quick. This was actually kind of a stash for me as well. I was like, this could be a potential thing. I know a lot of people kind of think it's stupid. But at the same time, I was like, Kid Quick. You know, that name sounds very simple and stupid, but at the same time, kind of cool to me.
Kid
Kid Quick.
Future State Flash, correct?
Yes.
It's a pass.
Joel said, I bought it and I'm stashing it.
It's a pass.
Oh, it was an actual pass for you?
Yeah, I was lying.
I'm gonna go on the stash. I'm interested to see what they do. This is not like a character I see popping up in like any like media content as far as like movies and shows, maybe a video game. I think that could be a little bit possible, but I think the whole thing is to see if there's longevity with this character throughout the comic series. You look like a hater right now.
I am a hater.
Hater. Tell me what's his name. Hater. And who he hanging with.
Stash, why not? I mean, yeah, why not? If you find it, yeah, go ahead, stash it. How much is it going for? You don't know. You ain't put the price in there.
I didn't. Let's see.
Nah, I got it. Go ahead, talk.
Okay. So yeah. Hold on. Let me get back here. Okay. So BR said stash.
It's about $20.
So Joel said, okay. Oh, that's higher than what Joel just said. So Joel said it came out this week, and he said I think $9.99.
Blasphemy.
I mean, I guess now. I mean,
well, actually, you know what? Probably in the stores, eBay, it's going for about $20. Also, if you give me $5 right now, it's Cash App, I will buy it live on air.
This guy.
And give everybody my card number. Just kidding. No identity theft.
Joel said that was cover and what he paid for it.
I really gotta shave your beard.
Oh, cover price was $9. Yeah, I need to trim it down.
No. I have to shave it off. I promised my sister. Unless she says otherwise.
That's how you feel? You know how much time this took?
Hey man, sorry.
Yeah, but $9. I see. This is how you know I haven't bought books in a good minute, because I don't even know what prices books are going for. How thick was this issue?
I got mad books.
Oh, 80. It says 80. Wow, I'm slow. I should have just read the cover. It says 80 page. I can. All right. So yeah, I can understand that price on that. So 80 page giant issue. Okay.
What's next?
My bad. So next is now the Naomi #1 first print. So I got these numbers right? So this is from CBSI. So they're saying that they're seeing 9.8s from 150 to 175.
Which is going for more than that right now.
Yeah, it's got to be. I'm pretty sure this was going.
If you
past
get
that,
rid of me, you see her in the corner. She's right in the corner. Corner of the screen. Where's Waldo?
Yeah, I can see it. But yeah, so we already mentioned this is a stash off top, but yeah, that's interesting that they have it listed at that much. I'm pretty sure we were discussing that it was kind of already going back into that 200 range. What, earlier this week?
Yeah, it sold multiple times for over $200.
Yeah. So I think once again, this is one of the things you just gotta hold it and see what happens. Will this make it back to the 300 level? That is the question.
All right, Jair is doing the work. All right, so, wow. All right, so, wait, actually, I think I already said that. Yeah, so the last regular book sold for $199. No, this is the second print.
Okay.
The last bid on that's the convention. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's going for $150. $150. One sold for. This is the convention as well. The convention is popping right now. Is what I'll say. So yeah,
raw.
It's $180.
Because there can't be. There's not a whole lot graded. Last time I checked, I think there was about like 26 conventions.
No, well, 3 sold recently.
And 9.8.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, $185, $199. Yeah, so about $200.
Let's go and check this out right now.
$214 on the 5th, $219 on the 4th. Yeah, so there's been wild varying choice. But yeah, the last convention edition sold for $600. And that was today.
$600?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy. So convention. I was way off on my number. So it says right now I'm on the CGC census. It's saying that for convention edition, there's only 13 graded, 10 are 9.8s, and then 3 are 9.6s. There is a group of guys I can't think of what their channel is. Do you remember what I'm talking about? But no. They were also at Baltimore Comic Con with us, and they also did the on-site grading. And one of the guys basically got the convention edition graded, and his was one of those 9.6s that was right there on the census with mine when I got mine graded as well. Once again, something to keep your eye out on. And on top of that, it's very interesting to see that the price of the first print. Remember back when it initially came out, the whole spec was like, keep your eye on that variant, because it could potentially be going for more than the first print down the road. And here we are, and we're kind of seeing that, play out. Is it going to stay? That's the question we kind of got to ask ourselves.
Yeah.
So Tia said, I can keep the beard. Joel said, Tia, I think you got the good deal getting Brandon to shave for $2. It's not happening. It's not happening. She said, I can't remember what he looks like without a beard. Yeah, I don't either. I've been actually considering it. But I got to get a haircut first, and that's the problem. So.
Everything bald, man.
I don't want to.
Ask Brandon how much it would cost for him to shave everything on his face bald except his eyebrows.
I'm actually considering, is there even a number for that?
I mean, it should be. Hair grows back.
I mean, it does. But I also have to live with it for quite some time until it grows back.
It's like a week.
I don't think my hair grows like that.
From bald to regular?
It's debatable.
You'll have a buzz cut in a week.
All right, but we're not going to linger on this too much more. So, I think we had already determined with everyone before that the other ones were stash.
Stash.
So this is a stash. I think we won't stay on this too much longer. So next book up is Mace Windu number 5, and this is spiking because as usual in the comic book world, there's always that debate on first what's more important. I guess the same thing like with the whole Batman Beyond thing. Are we gonna consider that what is it, the animated series first appearance issue as the key issue for Terry McGinnis and Batman Beyond, or are we going to consider the Batman or Superman Batman issue to be that key issue that's very important? And so this is Ahsoka Tano in canon, and that's why it's spiking. Right now it's currently going for about $20 to $40. But we all know that the one that's out of that is the one that people are really paying top dollar for. And I don't know, it's not a crazy amount. I mean, if you're that big of a fan of Ahsoka Tano and you want to have that in your collection, by all means, go ahead and get it. I don't think the $20 to $40 is crazy. I'm just not that, into it that big. Joel said Mace Windu didn't die. We don't know that.
That's facts.
But I feel like he didn't as well.
Mace Windu's still alive. Even though that was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
But
Samuel Jackson is Mace Windu. He came to Earth to tell us the stories.
It's a great theory. But yeah, so this one's going to have to be...
Pass.
I know it's a pass for you because it's a Star War.
Yeah.
Star War.
Mm-hmm.
WAR.
Right.
It's not a book that I'm seeking to get. I do like this cover though. But also what I'm noticing from this cover is that this is everyone that just got killed by the hands of Palpatine. So kind of
a Sentinel on the cover.
This is the Star Wars X-Men crossover. But yeah, Joel said stash.
They could do it.
BR said me too. It would be a stash for me too. I don't have it, so I mean I'll keep my eye out for it. But yeah, I'm gonna let it be like that. And I actually do kind of like this cover. It's everybody's in there.
I like the palette. The color palette is dope. But it's a Star Wars, so naturally I have to hate it. Which brings us to the next one.
All right. So this next one is one that I had been bringing up multiple times. So this is Star Wars Yoda #1, and this book was going for $25 raw. Now going for $60 raw. I think I paid $25 for it, and a 9.8 sold for $300. So we're gonna do a nice special unboxing for you because there was a big delay as far as getting books. And also, that is the last book. So we got 2 books to unbox for you guys live, and then we're gonna just kind of talk about the whole Disney event and like a lot of the comic book news that came out within this week. Which I gotta figure out they're back here. So we got this first one. What? Do these things have strips on them? I'm just gonna do this. I guess that's not as great as I thought it was gonna work. But I guess the whole thing with this is that I can show you exactly what I was referring to last week. So I know on CBSI, when they had this on their list, the person was kind of like, I don't know why this is spiking, but I guess all Star Wars books are kind of spiking. And this is kind of the whole idea where I was telling people is like, it's been claimed to be the first appearance of Cal Kestis, who is a Jedi that starred basically in the what was the game called? Fallen Order. Star
Yes.
Wars Fallen Order that came out for both Xbox and PlayStation, and the actor that did the voice for the character, they also made him look like made the character look like him as well. And for those that don't know, I can't remember his name. It's something Mohannigan. What I'm butchering it. My bad. All right, you go ahead and say it. Do your thing.
No.
But basically, he is on the show Shameless, which is ending its final season this month, and he also starred on Gotham, so he's basically playing Joker.
Jerome.
Well, and then Joker, his twin brother.
Oh yeah.
You know.
So
That's how it works.
So yeah, so he played that character. So it means he's already got, a lot of big things backing him, and because he's clearly Gotham's over, Shameless is about to be over, it kind of leaves him free to potentially be in Star Wars stuff. So he did do a lot of choreography on the what do you call it? The motion capturing for the character in the game. So, he's just already got that relationship, built in. And on top of that, we will be able to confirm it once I get this open, but I do believe that this book does have the Disney imprint on it. Now, I read this issue, and I was able to actually read it online, and there's a slight problem because the character in the book is most definitely named Cal. Hey, you guys see Slant over here sleeping because it's a Star War?
They don't. I'm not on screen. Also, I'm sleeping because I'm sleepy. Not because it's a Star War.
Nice. All right, so let's take this out. The book looks solid, and this is one of those nice stocks, card stocks.
Guys, if you cash at me 22 cents, I will rip that book out of his hand. Just kidding. That would be so egregious. It's like what he's doing right now.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad. It's just how the other side's stuck back. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, there we go. I believe it's on the... Let's see. Oh, no, it's not on there. Interesting. It was on there in the thing that I was reading. I don't know if we're gonna be able to... You think we'll be able to get this in there?
Yes.
Okay, bet.
Turn it to your left.
All right.
There you go. I don't know what they're supposed to be looking at.
So basically, they call him Cal right here on this first page.
Oh, yeah. So I'll zoom in.
But pretty much the whole thing is nowhere in the book do they call him by the full name Cal Kestis. So this is why it is a spec. You can see there, right there, Cal ahead, and they refer to him as Cal several times throughout the book. Also, my other issue
could just be Cal Penn.
Could be. The thing is, what happens to this character? I don't think anybody's gonna read it. Basically, he ends up dying. He shows certain traits from the Cal that's in the Star Wars game, but the story of how things happen to him are completely different. He does at least have the situation where his master is killed. The difference is Cal's master in the game is killed during Order 66, And Cal's master in this is killed by a bombing of the people they're going to war with in this book. And he has a trace of being kind of hot-headed. But this Cal in this book is super annoying. And basically his hot-headedness got himself killed. He decided to not listen to Yoda. He ran off. Yoda kind of just chilled and ended up finding him. And next thing you know, they were kind of cornered in this this alleyway inside a mansion or whatever. And the troops or the army or whatever took shot at him and he got killed. And Yoda, of course, did not. So the Cal in the game continued to live on. He experienced going kind of toe-to-toe with Darth Vader, and the game kind of ended with, the continuation of another potential adventure with him. So they may have taken elements from this character from this book, but this is clearly not that same exact character. So this is one of those things where it can kind of, I'm sorry, my bad. I probably should have said that. So Joel said, damn, spoiler. So so with this,
Brandon's gonna give up a Star Wars spoiler
to keep you in the know. It's not to, that's what you said. I love spoilers. So it's kind of hard to say. As you can clearly see, his name is Cal, but is he Cal Kestis? To be determined. And then we got this next one, which took forever to get here. I don't know if anybody else has ordered stuff lately and had it shipped through USPS, but there's been a thing going on where packages get shipped out and it notifies you of it departing for wherever it's getting shipped out from, but it hasn't been updating until the last minute where it gets right in your area. So this was supposed to get delivered on the 3rd, right? And it got delivered Monday or Tuesday, was that?
Sure. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I don't either. But yeah, it was supposed to get delivered on the 3rd last week, and it didn't get delivered until this week. So this was also another Star Wars book that I was mentioning his spiking. I didn't I forgot to take screenshots of the books that I was watching on this particular book, but it actually has been doing numbers. I picked this book up for about $200, I believe, and this book is now it's at a 9.6, and the book already has started spiking to about $500. I think it's been like the highest that I've seen. I've kind of stopped watching it and checking on the other ones, but we're talking about raw copies going for $400. This is a graded copy, so they packed this really well. And you know what I love about packing material? Being able to recycle that packing material when I need to pack other stuff. Got ourselves some nice bubble wrap here.
Bubble wrap.
Some nice. What do you call it?
ASMR.
Yeah, there we go. Let me do one pop. Okay, these are foolish bubble wrap. They don't want to pop. Let's see. Oh, they taped it.
Did you see Joe said, "Can you tell me what happened on the Mandalorian today?"
Only if you're serious, and only if nobody else cares. But I gotta say the newest episode did. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when I was younger, I didn't really care for Boba Fett, because he was kind of like the villain guy. But now things have kind of changed. I wouldn't say he's not still a villain, but he's working on the side of good, and it's kind of nice to see that.
Boba Fett was never a villain. He was a bounty hunter. There's a difference.
You know what? You might be right. Doesn't make him a good guy.
It's like Dog, the bounty hunter. Doesn't make him a good guy, but
He's different.
he exists.
Yeah, they really.
Joel said, "Kidding. I watched it at lunch. I can't be spoiled. At least not on that." Whoa. Little did you know, Brandon has actually seen the next episode. And spoil away. Bow.
Oh yeah, for next week, yeah.
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what didn't happen next week. Mace Windu did not die in next week's episode.
So, straight lie. Disney saw me talking so much about Star Wars on here. They were like, "Hey, do you want to view the next episode before it comes out and give us your thoughts?" And I was like, "Yeah." Oh, there we go. I think we're getting somewhere. Woo! Okay, cool.
Joel said the lady Boba hangs out with is much better looking than Dog's lady. Oh. Oh, would you look at that? It's a Star War.
It's a Star War. All right. Another thing is, I read this issue as well, and I also have some discrepancies about this issue concerning it being the, is that on the label? Yes, it says first full appearance of Revan. I read this issue, and I know exactly what part they're referring to be the first full appearance of Revan, but not once in the text do you hear anyone call him by the name Revan. You don't even get to see the face. It's a blank. It's a person it's a figure standing right in front of the council, and their face is blacked out. This is not him.
No, it's the case is dirty or smudged. Something.
Yeah. There's definitely something going on there. I don't know. Let's see. That is not coming off. It might be on the
Reholder. Let me see.
Yeah, go ahead and check it out. But yeah, so it's kind of like the whole cow thing, and it's just like it's hinted, but it's not fully confirmed. So it's kind of like I question whether or not the facts of what it's being claimed to be as, if it's true or not. But it does make sense because there is other characters that kind of fit into the Revan storyline. I don't know for who's basically played the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic series, but within the Knights of the Old Republic series for the comic book, Karth Onasi is in it. He ends up showing up in the comic book series, who is a character that you get to play with in the game, who joins Revan's team. And on top of that, Malik, who is basically becomes Revan's apprentice, is actually in the comic series as well. So you have like all those key things, like, all right, but there's basically some dialogue that I'm gonna just say the figure at this point, because like I said, they don't call him Revan. You don't see a face. You just see like the discussion that he's having with the council. So you get to read his dialogue and get to read the council's dialogue. And pretty much there's certain things you kind of hear them talking about how he kind of went out on his own and kind of against the council and did his own little thing. So I think that's kind of the thing that's kind of supposed to imply that it's Revan. But once again, nothing proven saying that is him.
That's on the interior bag.
Oh.
How does that happen?
I don't know. But also, I don't see any ticks on here, unless it's actually on the book.
It's not on the book.
Because
I put a light on it and it casts a shadow on the book, so it's on the inner case.
Interesting.
Because it's not on the outside.
I'll be all right, but
will you?
Yeah, I will. I mean, if I want to,
$15 you hold
it looks really nice. So I mean, if I ever feel like, I want to try and test it out to see if it comes out a 9.8. It can be like in one of those books that we resubmit, because
or you could just reholder it for $15.
What?
Or you could just reholder it for $15.
Right, but I might as well press it as well to give it the better chance of even coming back at a 9.8.
Fair.
I'm just saying. I mean, to me, it makes more sense to go ahead and do that.
Unless it comes back at 9.6.
Or it comes back at 9.9. These are some pretty sharp corners here. I'm feeling it. So that is it.
That is it for what?
For those books and everything that's being unboxed. So
cool.
I guess now we can kind of discuss the news, the events.
I don't want this right there. I want it. Disney. Oh my gosh. What did you guys not announce yesterday?
I'm going to go ahead and let you do all this because you're going to know actors' names and all of that stuff. And
that's not true.
You're going to know them better than I do.
Am I?
Yeah. You keep up with the film world.
What's going on? I know nothing. But boy, oh boy, did Disney announce a lot of stuff. I got to go to the chat just to, let everybody know. Pay for greater notes. You don't want it back as a 9.0. Joel is correct.
Fair.
But bet there's no greater notes.
Yeah, that is definitely a thing because it's a 9.6, so it does have that potential to not have anything.
Yep. I mean, you can check right now. Anyways, all right, so Disney had its investors meeting. What was it? Investors Day yesterday, and boy, oh boy, they told us two things. They were like, one, we are really invested in Disney Plus, and two, we are not invested in Disney Plus enough to let all of our Marvel MCU movies go on the platform. And we are not pulling a HBO Max. We are not pulling a Warner Brothers. You're going to see these movies in the theaters. And I was like, you know what? It makes sense. Because if you think about it, they announced a slew of things. We already got the news that we were getting, what is it?
10.
Well, we have WandaVision coming out.
Mm-hmm.
We have Falcon and Winter Soldier. We knew about Miss Marvel. We knew about Moon Knight. We knew about Loki. We knew about Hawkeye. But we got some big confirmations in regards to all of these things. For instance, we found out that in the Hawkeye show, Haley Steinfeld is going to be playing Kate Bishop, which is, a confirmation that I guess we all knew, but it was big news because
it's confirmed. It's
finally
out there. It's like no more spec.
Yeah, and then that was
Joel said no Dr. Afro. He said Brandon is an investor in Disney. I am. I made sure to buy more shares before the Investors Day, and it took off. It paid off. So
yeah. So yeah, just there. Kate Bishop. How you feel about the character? And did her book go up? Because I don't know. I think it went up before this, so it's not.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much a constant known. Now, then, that Loki first look dropped, and
oh my god!
And we were talking about it last week. Brandon was like, he's interested in seeing it, but he didn't really care too much about it.
Right, and that just changed my whole perspective seeing that trailer. Yeah. I wasn't really invested in it, and I'm actually more invested in it now than any of the other ones that are I want to see that more than I want to see WandaVision, more than I want to see Falcon Winter Soldier, more than I want to see Miss Marvel. Loki definitely had me. And then you have Owen Wilson in there, and they had a nice little dialogue. I thought that was great. Joel said, Gore the God Butcher confirmed. Yeah, so Loki trailer was pretty good. Great. Yeah. But the thing is, if you notice, I don't know, to me, not that, their shows tend to have like a certain look to it, and I don't know, for whatever reason, from the trailer, from the Loki thing, it looked like movie, like how they would shoot the Thor movies, like
yeah. That's what I was saying. They put money into these, right. Yeah, because these shows are certainly, definitely loved. Like, and I mean, just look at you got to look the first scene of the trailer was from Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
So
they already had that footage.
Yeah, it'd be weird if they just didn't shoot that style.
That's true. That's fair. That's a fair point.
So yeah, so like WandaVision for the most part is shot like a sitcom because it's supposed to be weird outer reality style show.
Mhm.
So you could get that, but even when they like break that, it looks cinematic. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier looks like it's a movie.
Right.
Yeah, Loki looks like it's a movie. So I don't expect anything less from these shows.
Right, and they kind of took a shot at Netflix because I can't remember. I believe it was Bob.
I think the trailer's online, BR. You should be able to see it if you want to.
Are we able to put it up or no?
No.
Okay. So yeah, so definitely check that out. I think it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And then let us know if you go ahead and check it out. Let us know what you think, either right now in this episode or next week. But yeah, they definitely took shots at Netflix because they said it was it was stated as like, yeah, we're building quality over quantity. So
with a bunch of quantity, which is hilarious.
right.
Yeah, no, we have 15 Disney plus Marvel shows and movies, and we have 10 new Star Wars shows, but nah, quality over quantity. You're like, I'm sorry, what? You're giving every Marvel character a show right now when you're telling me you don't have quantity. Oh yeah, but another big thing that was announced is John Watt is going to be directing Fantastic Four,
Right.
which is crazy. It's finally announced. Looking forward to seeing who the casting ends up being because I'm sure that's going to come out soon.
Which is probably some of the people have been spec'd on anyways, but once again, we need that confirmation. Like at this point, it's still up in the air and to be determined.
Yeah, which is interesting because that makes sense for how in Ant-Man and the Wasp, what is it called? It is called Quantumania.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. It features Kang the Conqueror, who is a descendant of Reed Richards.
Mm-hmm.
So that is cool. Like that's a little connection right there. We got announcement for Armor Wars, a TV show where it's Iron Man's technology getting into the wrong hands, and it looks like
Don Cheadle was confirmed to be what's the word? Reprising, yes, the role of War Machine.
Yeah.
So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah,
Tia said, "LOL, what studios are they shooting all of these at?" That's a good question, but
Georgia.
Oh yeah,
and
so
overseas.
One of the things that I was thinking about is because when I forgot what her name is, the one that's basically in charge of Lucasfilms. Basically
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yes, Kathleen Kennedy, the person that a lot of people kind of have some hate for in that Star Wars.
We don't care about the Star Wars.
But basically, she had mentioned that they're building more sets like how they shoot the Mandalorian in different locations. So I think she said they're building maybe 4 more or something like that.
Right.
And so that basically gives them control to kind of battle against COVID, and keep people, a little bit more safer. And if you've been loving the look of the Mandalorian, they're doing all that stuff pretty much in one room. And that that thing. So I wonder if since Lucasfilms is owned by Disney, if they go ahead and make those other ones that makes it able for them to knock out more things if they end up using them for those purposes. So
probably not for most of these things though.
Yeah, probably not. But I'm just maybe certain stuff they'd be like, all right, look, can we go go ahead and get that out the way if they happen to run into any issues, if it's something that can kind of be modified.
All right, and then speaking of Armor Wars, we have Ironheart, which is
right. It's a big deal.
Riri Williams, Disney Plus show, and that's a big deal because we get Riri Williams in the MCU, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's interesting because Iron Man is out there, so
yeah.
How are we going about this?
And
character?
that's kind of the same thing with the Armor Wars thing too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very interesting how this is.
Well, I can understand Armor Wars because he's dead. So spoilers. I think. So yeah, it's like, all right, it makes sense that his technology will end up in the wrong hands when he's not there to do anything about it. And then what else do we have? We got news that they are actually, even though another spoiler alert, in 3, 2, 1. In Captain Marvel, it turned out that the Skrulls were not the bad guys. What? The Skrulls were actually good people. But we get Secret Invasion. They're actually doing it, and this is where a sect of Skrulls that I guess is not in relation to the ones that were saved in Captain Marvel they have infiltrated every organization, every level of society, and it's going to be a big thing to see, who's a Skrull and who's not. And you got Nick Fury in there, and you got dang, I forgot his name, but totally forgot his name.
I know what you're talking about, and I'm not.
It's like a Yodel, but not. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. It is Talos. There we go. I said Yodel.
YOLO.
Yeah, so we got Secret Invasion coming. Let's see. What other news did they break that was like ultimate? Oh,
Abomination and She-Hulk.
Yeah, Abomination is going to be in She-Hulk. Tim Roth.
He's returning.
Yeah, and then from The Incredible Hulk, the movie with Edward Norton.
Which is like... I know it won't happen, but it would be funny to get an Edward Norton like cameo and
absolutely not. All right. And then we get I Am Groot and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which is fun.
Hooray!
Lots of fun. And then let's see. Otherwise, we knew about Hawkeye. We knew about Moon Knight, and then related tangentially to the stuff that we were talking about today, we found out that Ahsoka Tano is getting her own series with Rosario Dawson playing the character.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of news. A lot of news.
Maybe just a little bit more to add on. We did get that full confirmation. FX doing the Y the Last Man that's going to be on Hulu. Yeah. So they did specify that's coming. And
and then
Daredevil.
Whoa, what about it?
Well, there's talks that, Daredevil being like signed on to Spider-Man 3 and then potentially
that wasn't in the
yeah. I mean, true.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But Lando's coming.
Oh, Lando is coming.
We didn't talk about it in the comics, but yeah, Lando's coming. That's going to be cool. Justin Simeon is going to be directing that one. And then, what am I thinking of? Maya Lopez is going to be in Hawkeye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then America Chavez and Doctor Strange.
Yeah, then America.
I lost my mind when that.
Tan Khan very late again.
Ah, this guy.
Tan Khan.
He said, "Bad Batch boy."
Why are you always so late? Like, you better be having the longest like family dinners at 7:30, because we're not pushing this back for you.
Wait, Joel, how are you feeling about Lando?
BR said, are people going to the theaters again? I think once the vaccine goes out, yeah. Because the first Marvel movie's not until May. And vaccination is supposed to be into the third quarter by April. So I'm going to say that maybe not as much people, but I definitely think people are going to end up going back to theaters. Even if it's just 50% capacity as opposed to like the 25% or 30% that it was before.
Same. And so I want to add on to that is like, there's still going to be a group of people that are going to be concerned, but then there's going to be people that are going to get too comfortable because these are probably the same people that are already going out on a regular, because people are still going places, and this is why we keep having these spikes and stuff. So like those people could potentially be those group of people that have no problem going to the theater and everything like that. So I could see that still being a thing.
And Joe said, I'm all about Lando. I'm really all about all of them. My Disney Plus subscription just renewed for a full year.
Oh, I just upgraded my thing because I have a Verizon, so I had the free thing last year, and so now I'm paying. And for whatever reason, my unlimited plan with them that I had got the free subscription. They're like, upgrade and you'll get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu for a cheaper price than what you're paying on your regular bill. And I was just like, this is what they did to me last time. Actually, now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just like, all right, well, I might as well. If I'm going to pay less money and I'm getting more, you know. But, I mean, I guess that's how they get you. What is it? It's AT&T that they're doing the same thing with HBO Max?
Maybe. I mean, AT&T owns them, so it'd be weird if it wasn't.
I'm trying to make sure that if I'm right, or if I'm thinking of another streaming program on a different platform, maybe T-Mobile. I don't know, but yeah, it just seems like that's now becoming the thing that these media companies are teaming up with the phone companies
T-Mobile's
to do
teamed
deals.
up with Netflix.
Oh yeah. Okay, so see, exactly. So that's what it is. So yeah, T-Mobile's Netflix.
But that's not a new thing. It's been around for like 2 years.
Right, so they're the ones that basically originated it. So you
Yeah.
got the T-Mobile's Netflix, you got the AT&T HBO Max bundle, and then you got the Verizon Disney Plus. You know?
So Atia says, just rent the thing out. Yeah, just rent a movie theater. It's about $100, and you can bring in up to 20 people, I think. And then Tan Khan says, did you talk about my brown sister, Miss Marvel? Yes, Miss Marvel, first appearance, right on that wall behind Brandon. No, it's not really on the screen, but she's half of her is there. Okay. But yeah, Miss Marvel show is coming out. Let's see. Hey, Shaw, how do you feel about the controversy with Miss Marvel right now, where they're saying that a couple of the characters are not being portrayed by people who represent the culture in the way that is necessary?
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, apparently they're trying to get DC, and I said DC. They're trying to get Marvel and Disney to fix Miss Marvel, because one of the people is not a hijabi woman, and then the other person is not Muslim. So they're like, nah, we don't feel. Oh, and then apparently one of the people is like sexual predator who's gotten a bunch of like
confirmed.
I don't know. I don't think they've been charged or
allegedly.
anything, but a lot of alleged stuff has been happening on set with them. So
Right.
they were like, "Yeah, nah, we can't let these things slide, Disney." So it'll be interesting to see what happens with these people, because they weren't announced in like the in Investors Day. So
Okay.
maybe they have chances to like switch them out before anything really happens, or they could have been shooting already. Who knows?
Which would be mad awkward. They'd hit Aunt Viv, and you see him for like that first part, and then next thing you know, everything is changed. I completely missed all this.
But yeah, they even showed a little bit of clips from Ms. Marvel as well, and it looks good. Like, it looks fun.
He said one day we'll
get the Shang-Chi treatment. One day Tan Khan will appear in the Ms. Marvel.
Joel says, I haven't heard that controversy. Yeah, I didn't either. This is the first time I'm here. This is brand new news to me.
It was trending on Twitter yesterday.
Word.
Yeah.
So this is brand new. Yesterday it happened, not something previously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I still missed
the
it.
night before last.
I guess a lot of my blogosphere resources failed me.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's see who. Okay, so it was Fix Miss Marvel was the hashtag, and it was on Screen Rant. That's where the article was. We got this cover. Yeah, so interesting. But yeah, the thing about the Ms. Marvel show is that it's confusing, because we don't know what time period it takes place, because Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, has not been established in the universe enough to be the hero of another hero. Like, there's no reason, I guess. Well, actually, you know what? It's probably alternate universe. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's probably alternate universe. That's probably
I don't know
answer.
either, but I did notice. I saw the thing where apparently she had the shirt on that had Captain Marvel and Valkyrie on it together.
Word.
So that's a little Easter egg. Clearly, you can see who she's fans of already. I guess to add on to that, Jamie Alexander is returning as Lady Sif. So,
Is she?
Yes, that's been confirmed.
In Thor.
Yeah, in Thor.
Yeah, that's the most gangster thing ever, because that means she literally avoided getting killed by just being like, nah, I'm not going to be in this movie. Tan Khan says, is multiverse a cop-out for bad storytelling moving forward? No, I think it's good storytelling if it's not convoluted. Like, if you can actually explain multiverse and make it make sense to people who don't know about comic books and the multiverse, then that's actually very effective and good storytelling. I think if there's like continuity things where it's just like, oh man, that person died in something else, and they're like, oh man, we forgot. You know what? Screw it. Just multiverse. Like, that would be dumb. But
Multiverse,
as long
Tony
as
Stark.
everything has an explanation, that's good. He said the Captain Marvel movie was back in the 80s. Actually, it was in the 90s. So Miss Marvel would have known her for all her life. But yeah, but that's what you're saying. So the movie took place in the 90s. I think it was 1995 when Captain Marvel took place. And at the end of the movie, when she came back to Earth, that was 1995, and that was 2 days that she spent on Earth, and then blew up a whole spaceship and dipped. Like, she just was off planet for the rest of the time. Yeah, she came back.
Or at least that's how they made it seem.
Yeah, and she didn't come back until 2021, which is when Endgame took place.
Yeah.
So she didn't come back. So she's been gone for 25 years, and then
I guess we got to figure out how many years have passed. I guess, like, where did she?
Actually, you know what? She didn't come back in 2021. She would have came back in 2018, or it was 5 years. It was 20. No, yeah, because I think is 2023 the new timeline. Yeah, because it was 2018. All right, so she came back in 2018 because she was like, "Where's Fury?" And that's when everything was being reestablished, and they found out about the snap and everything because he sent the distress signal. So she would have came back in 2018. I guess if Kamala Khan lived through the snap and Captain Marvel was somehow a beacon of hope for like a year or two before she went off world again, because when Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, was all hair challenged because her new hair was growing out and she still had the blonde in there. When they were talking to her, she was like, "Yeah, this is happening in every universe." She was like, "So somebody has to deal with it," which is why she dipped off the planet, didn't come back until the end of Endgame. So, but yeah, so like at the end of Endgame, she's also not like, "Yeah, I'm chilling on Earth." Like, she's probably about to dip again. So it's hard for her. It's hard for me to imagine her being established as like a character. But at the same time, I have no idea what's happening with Captain Marvel.
Unless she's like on her Naomi thing and she's like reading blog posts and just like really into it. But she could be. I could see her being like one of those characters that's like reading like the news reports and.
I mean, yeah, that's fine, but. Yeah, like the only thing that I can imagine is if somebody caught a viral video of her blowing up the other spaceship in Endgame. Like that's like if they were just like a hardcore lady blows up spaceship, we got footage, and they were like, "Who's that?" And you found out it was Captain Marvel, and that was established. Then that might be a thing, but who knows? Who knows?
So we got that. DC fandom is gonna be basically returning. They're gonna do a whole little special Wonder Woman virtual premiere.
Joe said Captain Marvel might have come home for the holidays every year. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? Maybe.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't really know. I mean, obviously her travel time is, crazy. So there's a possibility that she has just been, zipping through, like boom, boom, going through back and forth to Earth and then wherever she's at.
She got that instant transmission.
But I mean, I feel like Captain Marvel 2 is going to take place on Earth. So
yeah,
she went out for cigarettes. And that's why Miss Marvel had to take up the mantle.
Just couldn't do it anymore. Didn't have the lung capacity. All right. So we got that. All right. So yeah, like I said, the DC.
Oh, and it was also announced that Miss Marvel is going to be in Captain America too. That's what we missed.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she is going to be.
I felt like we were
Captain
missing something
America
on
too.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about Monica Rambeau, and then
Yeah, we kind of brushed it off because we got so deep into like just the Miss Marvel show.
Do you guys see Wanda having a huge role in the new phase? If
I think so because
or she gets killed off
because well no because we got the confirmation of Fantastic Four, right? And so I think they could redo some stuff as far as bringing Quicksilver back for like, because if we get the X-Men and Magneto and all of that, like that does, maybe she's not the same one, maybe she's not the same Wanda that we know of, but she still gets to play the character,
right,
and get to be confirmed as like a mutant or something along those lines. So of course this is spec, so we just gotta wait and see how everything plays out. And of course, it's going to start with Spider-Man, so... Oh, actually... Before we even... I'm going to stick to the DC...
okay, we're talking about fandom.
Yeah, DC fandom, so they're bringing it back, and they're going to be doing a Wonder Woman 1984 virtual premiere. So...
Interesting.
Yeah. They're really like, just, all right, whatever, guys.
Is it just going to be like a chat bar on the side, or you watch it with everybody else at home?
I didn't get too deep into that. I actually had to finish reading that article and everything. So, but they're trying to be creative. I do appreciate that. They're trying to figure out how to make things work. They're taking some chances, and that is one thing I can appreciate with Warner. But at the same time, they kind of have to. They're trying to compete against everybody else, so they're trying to like figure out how to get some kind of momentum going.
By the time I'm sorry to go back to the previous statement, but like by the time that like phase 5 is here, if Wanda's popping, it's gonna be weird because she's gonna exist to a bunch of people who don't know about Mary-Kate and Ashley, and that's wild to me. You'd be like, oh, yeah, I love her. Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. You'd be like, but when I was your age, there were 2 twins. They played one girl on Full House. And then they started doing a bunch of other stuff. They had a whole series of movies, New York Minute. My gosh, they had their own, like, fashion lines. They had makeup.
Yeah, they did.
It was crazy.
Books,
yeah, the whole 9. And then one started doing fashion and one started doing drugs. I'm sorry, what was that? Nothing.
Joel said, I feel like she'll be around for at least the introduction of X-Men, so probably a good amount in the new phase. Yeah. So I'm definitely with you on that. All right, so I guess we're basically done. So we got that. This is kind of more spec rumors, so there has been talks that, hold on. I can't remember if I'm reading speculation or if this was actually confirmation, but the Netflix, they have the potential to be able to put the Netflix stuff, series stuff on Hulu.
So yeah, the time for, I guess, the what is it, embargo, so for Disney Plus or for Marvel as a whole, the rights have reverted back to Disney Marvel. So there was a big push to save Daredevil, hoping that they would get the series to continue on Disney Plus. And yeah, so that was a big push right there. And then during that same week, it wasn't a confirmation, but it was reports that Charlie Cox would be portraying Daredevil, Matt Murdock in
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
And you put that together because we know that he's wanted, so it's like a potential thing that he could be his lawyer. But then people were like, all right, so if we get him in that, and we know She-Hulk is a lawyer, does that mean that we could get him to kind of cameo in that first, because we should be getting She-Hulk before we get Spider-Man 3? So something to keep in mind. So we'll honestly have to see how those things play out, but I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, but we did get the confirmation that Alfred Molina is returning as Doc Ock.
Oh, we did, yes.
Which is wild because we were talking about that. Yeah, we got to see.
We didn't get any of the Osborns yet.
It'll be interesting, yeah.
Dang, why am I blanking on his name?
Who? Willem Dafoe?
No. But I was gonna blank. I would have blanked on his name as well.
James Franco?
Yeah, James Franco. Why? I don't know why. I know. I don't know. It's like these people. I know their names. But yeah.
But do you?
We got Kirsten Dunst. She coming back. That is confirmed. But we didn't get James Franco, so we'll see what happens. And that'll do it. BR said, one started doing fashion and one started doing drugs. These are very true. But didn't they both start it at some point?
So what?
The
No,
Olsens, huh?
Absolutely not.
It was just one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, they both look like they've been through a lot, so.
No, they don't.
They at one point they did.
No.
Bro. Unless those old pictures back in the day were photoshopped, they weren't looking too good.
No, one was looking bad.
The
other was looking regular.
Let's see.
The question is, if they go into the Spider-Verse, will there be a surprise live action Miles? I mean, that'd be cool. I hope so. Because Caleb McLaughlin. Yeah, the dude, the kid from Stranger Things. He'd make a good Miles, I believe. But not.
I have no picks. I don't even know.
Not my guy Shamik Moore, who voices him. He's a little wild. Oh, and then news that we forgot. Black Panther 2 will not be recasting T'Challa Black Panther, but they are going to be exploring the mythology and everything with Wakanda, which means that it looks like that either we're going to get a nice story that involves maybe even backstory of the tribes, or we're going to get Shuri and wow, why did I just forget his name? M'Baku portraying Black Panther.
Bro, I'm looking at pictures of all of them. I like pictures of them, and they both look like they've gone through some hard times.
Why is this the thing?
I'm just saying, you denied what I said, and I'm just confirming that I still feel like what I stated was right. They kind of are giving me off this Lord of the Rings elvish vibe.
They don't look like they're going like.
They look. How old are they?
Probably like 35 or something.
Bro, I'm 30.
Yeah,
they look way older than 35.
No, but look at one of them who looks regular, and look at the other one who
fair
looks
enough, but
like,
she does. But the other one doesn't look too far from it.
Yes, she does.
Not to me. I don't know.
I'm sorry that we are totally just decimating these people's lives, but
I'm sorry.
She looks perfectly fine. Like, we're gonna after this, we're gonna sit down and look at these pictures, and you're gonna tell me what's wrong with her. I mean, she got a kid. She's married to like some weird person. Like, she is living a perfectly fine life.
Joel agrees with me. He says I side with Brandon on the Olsen twins.
You know what? Fine. I'm gonna pull it up now. You guys made me do this.
Oh man. I hope they are doing a lot better.
Who's they? You keep There's only one of them was on drugs.
Look, man. Maybe certain things, and I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It is what it is.
Tell me that was it Ashley? It looks crazy. Like, that is a perfectly normal face right here, next to a not normal face. Like, come on now.
I guess this is gets down to opinion, because I thought the one on the right looked like the normal face, and the one on the left looked like.
Just that they have two different color hair, man. Dark or light. Which one did you think was regular?
I mean, one just wanted to be fashionable. It's a style preference.
No, but I'm asking, which one do you think looks regular?
Tia said cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And she was on it. You mean to tell me that these two people look the same, is what you're telling me?
I don't want to say, and I recorrected myself, and I changed it from them looking exactly the same to they both look like they've gone through some things.
She literally does not look like she was gone through anything. She looks fine.
Once again, I think it's a matter of opinion, but we're off the Olsen twins. No one wants to hear us rant about the Olsen twins.
Absolutely not. We're going to keep ranting about the Olsen twins. Look at them. Tell me one of these people does not look normal.
Joel said, I can't tell. And Atia says, I see Brandon's point.
Nah.
It is what it is, man.
One of these people looks messed up. But it's all right.
So if we're looking at the picture right now, right now, left side doesn't look like going through anything. Right side looks like going through something.
Your left or their left?
So, okay, so that'd be their. So my right side, fine.
Yeah.
Left side, not fine.
Absolutely not.
I mean, based off of where I'm seeing, are we looking at the same thing?
I'm saying, all right, so point to...
Not fine.
Uh-huh.
Move over. Other side. Scroll. No. Bro, you're already on not fine. Move over to the next one. Fine.
Are you serious?
That's my... I don't know, man.
Okay, so Brandon does cocaine. That's the only option. So you think the withered one looks fine?
You're not on the withered one.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, now. I said you were already on, and I said that's not fine.
No.
And I said move over to the other one.
Okay, so there's
we're on the same page.
There's a delay because I've been on this person this whole time. Okay.
Yours says it looks like they both. Right. Yes. He said we both had a moment. We definitely did. Because I was like, I don't understand. Like, I'm like, am I seeing something wrong?
That's why I just asked. Is it your right or their right? You should have just said the person on the left.
Because you were already there. And I was like, all right, that's good. And
but there's a delay. So just say, the person on the left or the person on the right.
Joel said the not withered one has crazy eyes. I actually
But so does Elizabeth Olsen. They all have the same eyes. Hers are just more coked out, so they're a little squinty.
Don't say that.
But yeah, they literally all have the same eyes.
We have definitely taken the show to a far left. We're going to start our own tabloids, Keynote tabloids. We're going to compete with TMZ. If you know any really good photographers, make sure that they contact us.
I think we're done.
We are. Let me just check to make sure. Yeah, that is it.
We got Just the Regan in his comics. Rob says, yo, what's going on?
What's up, man? We actually just closed out. Well, at least with everything that we're going to talk about.
If you came in our Mary Kate and Ashley discussion, I apologize.
Thanks, Joel.
Yeah, be sure. Like if you're late, be sure to catch the rest on the replay. We had some fun today.
Yeah, and then of course we did some unboxings. I gave off a little bit of I guess, info on the books that I got. One of them happened to be on the Hot 10 list for CBSI.
Yeah, he spoiled the book.
Yeah, it's a one-shot book, too. BR said enjoyed it. Appreciate it, man. Yeah. I don't know where to even go from there. That's just basically it.
Go out and grab yourself some comics. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully we've entertained you. Hopefully we maybe set your mind in the right direction if you're looking to pick up some of these things and you're like, Mancy, but
yeah. And
maybe we swayed you.
I mean, of course, this is kind of like why we do this anyways, because it's kind of like, all right, we kind of give our insight on like our perspectives on like, all right, is this looking like it's a good price? Do you need to hold off on it type of thing? So I definitely like it. And of course, everyone else gets to participate as well and kind of give their thoughts on it too. So,
and I'm here to trash Star Wars every week, all the time. That's what I do.
Watch that Mandalorian episode.
Or don't.
Just Recon said buy or pass. Yes. I think if I'm responding correctly, I'm not quite sure.
To what? Buy or pass what?
Yeah, well, he said buy or pass.
For what? Mary Kate and Ashley?
I don't even know now. Hold on. Okay, just to confirm, when you said buy or pass, what were you referring to? Oh, he said comics. Yes. Buy or pass on comics.
No. Not cocaine.
No. I don't know if you saw that, Rob. We just had this random off tangent, this non-comic book related. Well, I guess it could be potentially comic book related.
Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it could be potentially. It's not directly related, but because she is a Olsen.
All right, so let's wrap it up.
He said, "Well, you don't see my shows. We're in there. We're in there. Not all the time, because this is the thing. This is why I catch it when I'm on this YouTube channel, but because for my job I have to be on my work Gmail, and since it's Monday through Friday, I'm usually logged into there because I have to make sure I can be able to check emails and stuff like that. So I end up missing out unless I just happen to change real quick because I gotta like check something on here or whatever, because I try to like make sure that I can check to see if I respond to comments and stuff like that. It's not, we don't get too many of them, so it's like usually I'm not on here that often. But yeah, so I do apologize. I definitely try to be there more, but I've definitely been in there. I think I was there this week for one thing. I was there last week, I believe, for something. And then it's just scattered. So, and then on top of that, it depends also like whoever I see on that side panel, because this channel follows so many comic book related stuff, and then there's stuff that's not even comic book related.
Brandon's rapping, but the point is that all of his subscriptions are finance related, and he doesn't care about comics.
Not on here.
I'm joking. What do you mean on here? Yeah.
There's a couple of them. Yeah, I kind of have a couple of them that I follow just in case I'm on here, so I don't miss it if I see something.
If I go to the page, it's mostly finance stuff. I can show you right now if you wanted to, but I don't know. I'm joking. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna eat a burger because I want to.
Okay, and I will have a cheesesteak. Who else? What is everybody else having for dinner?
It's fine. Wrap it up.
All right, guys. But we'll see you guys next week. Appreciate everyone stopping by and being in here tonight. Be sure to like. If anyone new that is watching this, if you like what you see, make sure to leave a comment on any of the things that we might have asked questions on, and your thoughts and opinions, especially on the whole Disney Investors Day for 2020, because once again they announced a whole bunch of stuff. And as usual, keep us locked in. We'll be back next week. Peace.
Peace.